Are you looking for a free and high quality Islamic curriculum that you can use in your homeschool? Well, I found 3 great resources that you can use in your own homeschool, and I cannot wait to share it with you. Let's get into it. Hi friend, my name is Iman, and on this channel I help Muslim moms homeschool with confidence and joy while having routines and systems to stay on top of your home management, and all without sacrificing your own self-care. There are so many Islamic curriculums that are being released as the Muslim homeschooling community grows. A lot of them are paid curriculums, so it's getting harder to find free Islamic curriculums that you can still use in your homeschool. But as I have been homeschooling the last couple of years, I have come across some great options that I'm going to share with you in this video. The thing is, if you already know what curriculum you like and want to use in your homeschool to teach Islam, and it's paid, then I recommend going ahead and buying that curriculum. But if you are a mother that's undecided and you don't know how you're going to teach Islam in your homeschool, and the reason why I'm sharing this with you, because as a homeschooling family, sometimes money can be tight, and sometimes you might not even have the space to have all these different curriculums. So I always recommend, before spending money or buying all these curriculums, trying free options first if you're undecided of what to use. You don't want to waste money, and you don't want to have a bunch of curriculums lying around that you're never going to use. The other thing I want to mention about free curriculums, Islamic or non-Islamic, is that it's more like a DIY approach, in a sense of you would have to find the different worksheets and workbooks that your child needs on that topic. So you might have to look on that website in multiple places to try to gather all the worksheets that you need to teach that topic. Versus if you pay for a curriculum, everything's ready for you to use. All you have to do is open the book and start teaching. There's no printing, there's no laminating, which you might have to do when you are using a free curriculum from any of these websites that I'm going to mention. So just make sure you keep that in mind. Okay, let's get into the resources, and I have 3 free resources that you can use to teach Islam in your homeschool. Number 1, this resource is completely free. You have it in your house, and you can start using it as early as today. And it's so simple, you guys. And it's not really a curriculum. And what it is teaching your children about Islam through conversations. And I know you're probably smiling and just shocked at how easy it is, because you probably are thinking, like, I already talked to my kids, which I know you do as a homeschooling mother when you're with your kids all day. I just want to remind you how powerful the conversations that you have with your kids actually are. And you might forget how powerful it actually is because you are doing it every day, talking to your kids, teaching them, telling them what to do, reminding them. But in those moments when a mistake happens, when you remember something that you want to teach your child, you actually stop and teach them that thing. And that conversation is what I mean that makes it so powerful. So I just want to remind you that you can use the conversations that you have with your kids every day and be very intentional about it to teach them about Islam. And this is exactly what I did in my homeschool. My oldest is in 1st grade, and I just bought him some workbooks and worksheets this year. Before that, everything he knows about Islam, our religion, our prophets, our pillars of faith, all that is just through me teaching him through conversations that we have every day. So because our conversations happen naturally throughout the day, I just want you to be very intentional to bring in these important topics on Islam through your everyday conversation. This can look like, for example, when we're having breakfast, we talk about the purpose of our life. What's the purpose of our life for Muslims? What's expected of us? How should we live our life? What should a Muslim do and not do? We talk about stories about the prophets. Whenever something happens in our house, or a mistake happens, or something that happens that is not good, we always bring in Allah, what Allah said about this topic, and what the Prophet, peace be upon him, said about this topic. So it's talking about Allah and the Prophets and the Sunnah every day, and bringing it back to what you are doing in your daily lives. As a homeschooling mom, and you probably have experienced this, let me know in the comments if you have, because you be teaching your child or talking to your child about something, and you just randomly, it's an important topic, and you're trying to teach them something, but they're not listening. But then they bring up that same topic to you next time, and it just comes out of nowhere. And you realize, oh, they were actually listening and they actually absorbed what I was teaching them. So let me know if that ever happened to you. But whatever we say to our kids, whatever conversation we have with our kids, they are listening, they are absorbing, and they will say it back to you when the time comes when they need to know that specific knowledge. So if you want to start your own Muslim homeschool and you have no idea where to start and you are overwhelmed, make sure to grab my free guide, which I'll link down in the description, and this will help you get your Muslim homeschool started. Okay, let's get into free Islamic resource number 2. And this is actually a resource that you can actually get online. And what it is the Iman homeschool blog. And so this is another Iman, not me, I promise. But she is also a homeschooling mom, and she created this whole website for free, and it's full of resources, Islamic resources that you can use to teach your child. And it's completely free. And her intention behind it, which you'll see on the website, is she wants the reward only from Allah. And so she's offering all these resources for free for other Muslim families to use. It's amazing. Go check out her website, but there are so many different topics that you can teach just using her website for free. She also has many different ways that you can teach these Islamic topics, from workbooks to worksheets to a bundle of worksheets and lap books. And so because she has different types of resources, you can go on that website and choose a topic and choose a certain method to teach your child that topic based on how they learn. For example, if your child wants to do worksheets, there's so many worksheets on that one topic. If your child is more of a visual, kinesthetic learner, then you can do more lap books. Not only does she have many types of resources to learn from, she has so many topics to teach your child. To fiqh, to seerah, Ramadan, all Islamic topics that you can think of, she has a free resource that you can use to teach your child. The other thing I noticed is her website is full of worksheets and resources for different ages. The thing is, it just is not clear which worksheet is for which age, so you just have to go through each worksheet and resource and just see if it fits your child and their age. Other than that, it's such a great resource. I'll link it down in the description below and you can go check it out. And before I go into the next free curriculum I have for you, let me know in the comments if you have heard of any of these free curriculums that I'm sharing with you, and if you have used conversations to teach Islam in your homeschool. I would love to know. The third free Islamic curriculum that you can use is Allamah. So Allamah is an amazing Islamic resource that has paid Islamic curriculums and free Islamic curriculum. Allamah is created by a fellow Muslim homeschooler, and she started the website in 2019. Since then, it has grown so much, and she has amazing free resources that you can use to teach Islam. I actually learned about Allamah in my homeschool groups that I'm on WhatsApp, and her free curriculums are raved about and talked about by all the moms in that group. So I haven't used it personally, but so many moms I know have used it and they love it. So the free resources that she has on her website are such high quality, beautiful pictures, beautiful writing, and many Muslim families that have used them have such great feedback on them. She has bundles on science topics, geography topics, Islamic history. And the thing about her resources is, even though she talks about science topics and geography topics, everything is brought back to the perspective of Islam and to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, in one of the resources she has about science is about planets. And so she teaches about what planets are, and then she mentions a hadith or ayah in the Quran, and she brings back how all these are amazing creation of Allah. So Allamah is such an amazing website that has great resources that you should check out if you are looking for any free Islamic curriculum to teach Islam, history, or geography and science. If you really like this video on the free Islamic curriculum, then you will need to know how to organize all the curriculums that you have and that you printed. So this next video will be great for you to watch to learn all about homeschool organization.